Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Thomas Expert Series. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to get started in just a minute. I want everyone to double check. Please make sure microphones are muted. To get everyone a little familiar with the chat, I want to see where people are tuning in from today. See, we've got Minnesota, Florida, New Jersey, North Carolina, Philly, Georgia, South Carolina, Louisiana, Mass, South Carolina, Canada. Cool. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Brad talking about Arrowhead Forensics from the scene to Forensic Laboratories.
Now, thanks, Heather. To avoid any Wi-Fi issues, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera. I'm going to be sharing my screen, and I'm going to be sharing some videos. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. Thanks to all who've joined today's expert series, From the Scene to the Forensic Laboratories. As Heather mentioned, I'm Brad Brown, Vice President of Forensics for Thomas Scientific. Arrowhead Forensics was started over 20 years ago to provide our law enforcement customers solution through innovative products. This was done by listening to our customers' needs and developing products to meet those needs. When we started Arrowhead, we didn't want to be just another powder and brush company. Arrowhead is a leader in the distribution of evidence packaging, evidence collection, and evidence processing equipment. It's estimated that there are 15,000 law enforcement agencies. Half of those have a crime scene unit. However, the majority of them have some type of property room, and all those property room products are products that we have. Our evidence collection products are primarily used at a crime scene to package evidence or to process a scene. Our evidence processing equipment is used in a latent print laboratory. Arrowhead Forensics was acquired by Thomas in October of 2023. This partnership provides our customers with a one-stop shop to purchase their laboratory and forensics products. I'm honored to be a part of the Thomas Scientific team and share my passion of forensics. Arrowhead Forensics has many unique and exclusive products for the property room, crime scene, and latent print laboratory. One of our products is our tamper indicating tape. It's used to secure the chain of custody throughout the crime lab. Our vapor lock heat seal bags are used to prevent odor and prevent any type of health hazards. Tamper indicating evidence bags. Clearview gun box allows anyone handling a handgun to know the weapon is safe. Hand preservation bags are used for protecting and preserving evidence on the hands or beneath fingernails. BioSwab. It's the first pre-filled sterile swab with sterile water in the barrel. Our evidence collection kits include blood alcohol kits, DNA kits, GSR kits. They're all assembled at our Arrowhead facility here in Lenexa, Kansas. Fingerprint lab equipment. Our imaging equipment. Our series of FSIS cameras can locate fingerprints without the use of powders and chemicals. The Dual 77 is a Class 4 laser used for fluorescing fingerprints after chemical processing and for finding additional evidence. The laser is also portable and can be deployed to the scene for locating evidence. One of the most popular products is our tamper indicating evidence tape. It's utilized by crime scene, crime lab, and property room custodians across the country. It's used to seal evidence to provide a chain of custody. Tamper indicating tape is also used on bags, boxes, kits, any evidence that requires a seal for chain of custody. The tape is customizable with an agency's name. We offer it in a solid backliner or a split backliner in a variety of colors. Each department has their own protocol for applying evidence tape. Here's a quick demonstration on how to apply the seal guard tapes.
There are two different types of seal guard evidence tape, split back and solid back. The split back tape is acetate based for an easy application with a paper-to-paper like adhesion. The custom 3M adhesive backing provides a tamper-proof seal. The acetate design protects against extreme temperatures and will not wither or become brittle in severe climates. Begin dispensing your tape and measure it out to the length of your evidence bag. Remember to include your edges in your measurement. To tear off your tape, place your index and middle fingers on the top edge of the box where the tape will be dispensed. Tear the tape straight down to get a smooth edge for easier application. The 70-pound liner will prevent the tape from curling under. Note that the tape is split down the center on the back side. To remove the backing, first pull the top half off, leaving the bottom half to remove later. Be sure to follow your agency's standard procedure when applying your tape. The traditional method is to apply the top half of your tape to the evidence bag and firmly press down to the top edge. Fold the backed part of the tape that has not been removed back toward itself. Remove the bottom backing, then apply the bottom half to the bag, including your edge this time. Finalize your collection process by signing your evidence bag, making sure to sign over the tape onto the bag to ensure your tape is tamper-proof. If you have larger evidence packaging, pre-taping may be necessary to assure proper adhesion of the split back tape. Apply your pre-tape around the evidence packaging. Once the evidence bag is pre-taped, apply your evidence tape north to south on the top side of the bag. The second type of seal guard evidence tape is solid back dispensing tape. All solid back tape comes on a 3-inch core, making it interchangeable between a traditional dispensing box and a tape dispenser. Using both hands, pull the tape and backing in opposite directions at equal strength. Tear straight down on the side of the box with the dispensed tape to receive a straight edge. Apply your evidence tape to the evidence packaging, firmly pressing down on your desired surface to ensure tamper-proof appliance. The solid back tape can also be used on the dispensing system. Pull the evidence tape parallel to the ground to your desired length and tear straight down. Apply the tape to your bag as before.
The next popular product I'll discuss is our Vapor Lock heat seal bags. They're utilized in property rooms to secure dry evidence for storage. Our bag is a 5 mil nylon bag that prevents odors. Our competitor is the K-Pack bag. That is a 4.5 mil thick bag, and it's more expensive. Our bag has a 1/4-inch welded seams on 3 sides to prevent entry. The bag provides a moisture barrier and is puncture resistant. Other products used with these bags are heat sealers, chain of custody labels, evidence seals, and evidence tape. The next video demonstrates the Vapor Lock heat seal bag being sealed.
We're going to demonstrate how to properly seal evidence into a Vapor Lock Arrowhead heat seal bag. This bag is a 5 mil nylon bag with a 1/4-inch welded seam on 3 sides. This bag is odor resistant, puncture resistant, and moisture resistant. I'm going to place my drugs into the heat seal bag. Taking the air out. We'll place it into our cramp sealer. bag is properly sealed all the way across. To complete the chain of custody, I'm going to sign my name across the seal. With today's date. I'm then going to place the chain of custody onto the bag. And the drug's properly sealed.
The next top-selling product is our tamper indicating evidence bag. It's used to seal evidence at the scene and at the property room. It's very quick and easy to use. The evidence tape is pre-applied and the chain of custody is printed on the bag. Once closed, the bag has a tamper-resistant seal. Each bag is barcoded with a unique serial number. It's also on the liner that is removed from the seal. This allows for tracking of the evidence. It comes in multiple sizes to handle all types of evidence. Here's the proper way to use our tamper indicating evidence bag.
The Arrowhead tamper indicating evidence bag. The bag is filled out with the chain of custody printed on the bag. It has indented side seals with security printing to prevent entry. The bag has a numbering system with the barcode and a number. This allows us to be able to track the bag at the evidence. It has an inline enclosure on the back of the seal. When we place the evidence into the bag that's pre-printed, we remove the closure, seal, and we seal the bag. Once sealed, this bag cannot be re-entered. The tab that we removed from the seal has the same barcode and serial number, which allows us to track the evidence.
The Clearview gun box is changing the way handguns are packaged. It replaces the old cardboard box. The patent design features an RPET shell and a corrugated pop-up sleeve. It's easy to assemble, no folding or building of a box. It's usually safely store a handgun at the scene or property room. It allows the weapon to be viewed from both sides. Most importantly, it verifies that the gun is safe by viewing the weapon, preventing accidental discharge. You can view serial numbers on both sides. It can be presented to a jury, and it can be passed along and viewed as evidence. For you visual learners, the advantages are clear.
Arrowhead Clearview Weapon Storage Box has dual windows with large viewing areas to view the entire weapon. The two-part system consists of a RPET shell and a pop-up corrugated sleeve. The kit also includes 4 ties and a chain of custody seal. The shell has perforated holes for multiple custom configurations, allowing to secure the weapon and the magazine safely. The Clearview is easy to assemble. Secure the last 2 zip ties through the shell and sleeve to secure for chain of custody. Last, add the tamper-proof evidence seal to the end of the box. Once secured, you can safely view the weapon to see that it's safe, and even view serial numbers on both sides.
The last 2 products are used at the scene to preserve evidence before it reaches the crime lab. The hand preservation bag is used at the scene for bagging hands to store and protect any evidence on hands or fingernails. It's made of a breathable material with a drawstring and securing clasp for easy and quick donning. Each bag is marked with an R for right hand and L for left hand. The bag is used to preserve gunshot residue on a suspected shooter as well. It's also commonly used by coroners and medical examiners to preserve evidence on a deceased victim. This video will demonstrate on how to apply and instruct on proper use.
The hand preservation bag can be used in two situations. It can ensure gunshot residue is preserved on the suspect, and it can prevent contamination on the hands of the deceased victim. The Tyvek breathable material is water resistant and will protect the hands from absorbing moisture. The Tyvek hand preservation bag will replace the less effective method of using a paper bag wrapped with tape that can easily break or become compromised. Secure the bag over the hand and tighten the fitted drawstring located at the bottom of the bag. All trace evidence, including GSR, will be preserved inside the bag until it is removed at the place of examination. This bag is available for the left or right hand.
Our BioSwab is an exclusive product that can be used by detectives, CSI, or lab personnel for collection of samples. It's a pre-filled sterile cotton tip applicator with sterile water in the barrel. Each swab is individually wrapped and they have a lot number controlled. After collection, package in a swab box or BioGuard container for transport back to the lab. Here's the BioSwab in use.
BioSwab was introduced to the crime scene market to allow the investigator the opportunity to use a pre-moistened cotton-tipped applicator. BioSwab is a pre-filled, individually wrapped, gamma-radiated sterile applicator that will deliver a specified amount of water to collect a DNA sample. Each applicator contains 1.2 milliliters of sterile water. If you want less water, leave the sleeve on the applicator, snap the blue scored line, and gently squeeze the head to release some of the water. To release the sterile water, slide the packaging straight down. Holding the swab in your hand, snap the blue scored end of the BioSwab. You will notice the water flowing to the end of your applicator. In some instances, you may need to flick the barrel to allow the water to begin flowing. For DNA collection, an exact control of water dosage is recommended. Next, apply your swab to the desired surface to begin collecting your evidence. BioSwab can be conventionally packaged and stored in a traditional single or double swab container or in a coin envelope. Once your evidence has been collected, another storage option for your swab is the BioGuard system. This system prevents the swab from molding and also protects against cross-contamination. The 3-gram desiccant packet will force air dry your collection, absorbing moisture from the BioSwab. You will notice after the swab is introduced in the BioGuard, your indicating card will turn pink. When your collection is dry, it will turn back to its original blue color. It will dry your applicator with a variance of 2 to 5 hours, depending on the amount of water used. After tightening your cap, apply the pre-written integrity seal to the BioGuard. The BioGuard system will also store a cotton-tipped applicator with water applied by an individual sterile water ampule. BioSwab is utilized around the country by several state crime labs. Each pack of 100 has its own controlled lot number, along with a certificate of analysis for sterility. There are 100 individually wrapped BioSwabs per package.
For more information on these products, you can find our literature in these videos in the Thomas Center or visit the Arrowhead Forensics or Thomas Scientific website. There are many disciplines that use laboratory products, including biology, serology, DNA, trace, and chemistry. DNA is a critical piece of evidence and must be collected and stored properly for admission to court. Dr. Hilliker will now discuss the laboratory products used at the crime laboratory.
Thanks, Brad, and welcome everyone who joined us here today. As you may know, Thomas Scientific is a provider of multiple products, over 2 million product SKUs. We're going to focus today here on some of the things that are used in the laboratory. We don't have enough time to go over individuals, so I'm going to just discuss them as kind of groups of product offerings. On our team at Thomas Scientific, we have Dr. Isaac Houston, Franklin Talavera Rao, and Varen Sai, who also are able to support the generalists in the field with the complex nature of the laboratory products. Again, we're going to now link from the collection of the products to the actual laboratory use. So we're going to start with discussion of general collection. So as Brad mentioned, we've got kits. We've got kits for sexual assault, blood alcohol, DNA collection. In that case, that would be used in the CODIS offender database, gunshot residues. All these products, again, can be found on the Thomas website. Brad also mentioned the bioswab and the carrier. In addition to evidence collection, we have drying cabinets. This is critical when material products or clothing is used that is wet, has to be, prevented from molding. So these drying cabinets, again, are a critical piece. So once we've collected the evidence at the scene, it now will go to its representative disciplines. We could be talking about toxicology. In that case, we sell the standards, the controls, the chemicals, the tubing and the filters to run on the mass spec, the liquid chromatography, the high performance liquid chromatography instruments. Also, we work in the discipline of serology. Is it human? More than one evidence scene has opened up a trunk of a car and found blood. If I'm in one of my northern states, I might have had a hunting component. So we want to determine what is there. And then again, in serology, we can look at the blood type, ABOs. Majority of our products are going to be in the laboratory workflow. Not only do we have DNA extraction components, we have a lot of things for sample processing, whether they be in the DNA collection or the toxicology or the serology. We also promote products in the amplification and detection. So as I'm amplifying that DNA and detecting it, I'm able to also provide all the plastic consumables around those workflows, as well as the additional storage options. So again, Thomas Scientific and Arrowhead Forensics can be your one-stop shop for the crime scene to the laboratory. And again, multiple disciplines here. I'd need a whole hour and additional to go through all of the specifics. But again, many of you might be familiar with Thomas Scientific for our laboratory products. Now we've expanded them to incorporate the forensics units. So I will turn it over to Heather. Heather will show you where to find some of these products, literature options, and then we'll refer to some of the questions. Heather?
Thanks, Carl. Yeah, I want to take just a quick second and show you guys where it's located. So within the expert series, you're going to go ahead and click on the literature within the Arrowhead kiosk. There's also some web links and videos in here. This talk will be on demand within 24 hours, so please let everyone know how much you enjoyed the talk today and come back and watch it on demand. Or you can sign up for some upcoming talks using this button here. And we'll see if there's any questions in the chat. I'll hand it back over to you guys. Quite a few in here. Are there samples available?
Yes, matter of fact, we have a sample kit that has got a part number, and we will disperse that. I will put that into the Thomas Center, so we will have that part number. We've got like I said, we've got a kit that's got quite a few of these products that we discussed today. I think they want to have these available through their managers. So we'll send these out to sales managers. If there's any particular customers that want a kit, feel free to email me at brad@arrowheadforensics.com. That's brad@arrowheadforensics.com.
Why do people use different color tape?
Well, that's a good question. So some agencies will use a different color to distinguish whether it be a different discipline or not. So chemistry might use a different color than DNA, the DNA, and then the crime scene folks might use a different color than them. Some agencies will submit their evidence to a crime lab, and it's easy for the crime lab to identify what color goes to what agencies. Sometimes they'll just use a color based upon their agency's blue color of that they use. So there's just different reasons.
What kind of lasers are available for evidence detection?
So I referred to the Dual 77. That's a class 4 diode laser. It's used for finding evidence. It's got a blue 450 wavelength in it. The blue 450 is primarily used for detection of biologicals, urine, semen, saliva. You don't need to make biologicals for less. They automatically fluoresce. So we use a blue for looking for biologicals. We use a green 520 for looking at chemically developed fingerprints. After cyanide fuming, we use a chemical dye stain so we can take better quality images of latent prints. But those lasers can be used in the scene as well to find more evidence.
What bags are available to keep in smell?
Well, that's the vapor lock bag, the one we discussed earlier, and it does prevent aspergillus. It is a bag that it keeps the reek and keeps the odor in the bag. So they should be used in all property rooms.
Can I get a custom print on the evidence tape?
Yes, we can custom print evidence tape. It's a minimum of 12 rolls, and we can put your agency name on it. Absolutely.
Do you offer any vacuum sealable bags for evidence storage?
Vacuum sealable bags would be back to the vapor lock bag. It is odor resistant, and we can take the air out of the bag. So I would recommend a vapor lock bag for that.
Are there any kits available for DNA collection?
Well, absolutely. We make a DNA kit here. So depending on what components you want in the kit, there's different types of collectors. We have the collector from QIAGEN, which is easy collect, but we also have other swabs, or it's just depend on what your agency is looking for. But yes, we can assemble any custom DNA kits here.
Would university forensics degrees and police academies need your product?
Absolutely. We provide all of our products into law enforcement, into universities, and hopefully they're using our stuff.
Great. That was the last question. Anyone else have any last minute questions? Not seeing anyone typing. I'll give it another couple of seconds. Doesn't seem like it. All right. Thank you so much, Brad, for joining us today. And thank you, Carl, for adding in some great insight.
Thank you, Carl.
I hope you all have a great rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.
Okay. Thank you again.